Former Hollywood resident who fled California for Idaho, Kevin Dalton, joins us now. Hi, Kevin. Kevin.
Thank you, Ryan, for having me on.
Great to see you. What is the point of doing a benefit concert if it's not actually benefiting victims?
Well, there's nothing better than a benefit for victims because it raises unlimited funds with an absolutely altruistic goal. The problem is the funds never seem to get to the actual victims. Everyone feels good when Green Day's on stage and they're texting money. But again, 6 months down the road, as you just said, you've got wildfire victims standing around going, where is all of this money? Meanwhile, all of these nonprofits through the Southern California area are getting rich.
Kevin, this seems like the most California thing to me that you can have. Lots of celebrities, awash in money, quasi-government kind of nonprofit things, sucking all of it up, and the people on the ground getting none of it. But, my question, in the state of California, can you ever really get accountability for stuff like this?
Of course not. Look at homelessness. Look at the high-speed rail. Look at crime. Look at the water storage that was supposed to be built. Look at the raw sewage that was supposed to be stopped from Mexico. Look at affordable housing. I can go on and on. These are all billion-dollar projects, million-dollar projects. Some of them great ideas, but all of the money goes right from taxpayers' pockets right into the pockets of politicians, their donors, their buddies. Everyone else is getting rich, except no one's homes are getting rebuilt. Homelessness is still a mess. There's no high-speed rail. I could go on and on. This is the most California thing ever.
Kevin, do you think this will change the political calculus there at all? Because you've got these leaders, you had reservoirs that weren't full, right? You've got, the permits aren't being given out. People aren't able to rebuild their homes. So, do you think people will change the way they'll vote as a result of this?
Everything is perfectly laid out for California and Los Angeles and everywhere else on the West Coast to hit rock bottom. We've done it. Everything burned down. We had a charity event. We got everyone to donate, and then that went bad. People, you have to understand what's creating all of this. As you said, the reservoir was empty. The city burned down. We raised money. The money didn't go there. All of this happens under one political party supermajority. Just don't vote for it next year. I understand you can't vote for a Republican. Maybe just don't vote for these same terrible Democrats who have continued to show you over and over again exactly what they're going to do for you.
Well, Kevin, I know you've left the state. I suspect some of the folks who aren't going to get any fire aid money might leave the state. The only people who are going to be left there are the folks who run these nonprofits and the people in government who funnel that money to them. I don't think a state like that's going to thrive, but we shall see. Kevin Dalton, great stuff. Good to see you today. Thanks for sharing your perspective. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me on. We'll see y'all next time.
All right.